Hey guys, good morning. Should we just have like our own dance when we go live? We do like little dance. Hi everyone, how are you guys doing? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. I certainly did. It was amazing. How is your day going? Hi, hair by Victoria. How was your weekend? How's your Monday jumping off? So hi everyone, I'm just gonna jump in and start. If you're just joining me for the first time or meeting me for the first time, my name is Amelie and then more Alan. So excited to meet you, aka Chocomom, aka Happiness Foster Child. And I do this every single Wednesday where I come to you live and I share something about business, about life, about coaching, about entrepreneurship and every other thing in between. So last week I started off by kicking off this series by doing something called What I Wish I Knew Before I Started My Business. Hi Bryce, thank you for listening. Let me know where you're listening from. If you're watching this on the replay, hello, still drop it, let me know where you're listening from. And we're just going to continue. So I'm getting to the meat of everything, the exciting part. Hi Tommy, how are you? How have you been? I'm getting to the good stuff right now. So we're kicking off part 2, where I'm just going to dive in and talk about a few more things that I wish I knew when I started my business. And I hope and I pray that it blesses somebody today. If you're a business owner, type of 1, if you have a 9 to 5, type of 2, or if you're this kind of person that you're like, I'm doing both, type of 3, because this can help somebody who has started their business, who wants to start up a business but they're still at a job, or someone who has even started right now and they're thinking, oh yeah, this makes sense. If I knew this, it's raining today, it's a very gloomy Monday, but hey, I'm bringing you sunshine, so just stay with me. So I'm going to jump up and go into the part 2 of what I wish I knew when I started my business. So the first one I'm going to talk about is, ladies and gentlemen, many people don't like to hear this, but I say this and I say it with all sense of love. If you're a business owner, you run a business, you are a salesperson. Yes, you are a salesperson. Why do I say that? Every legitimate business is either selling a product or a service. Nothing else. So you know, some people think, oh, I want to run up a business. Hi Augusta, how are you doing? Let me know where you're listening from. Some people feel like they can run a business, say, oh, I'm a business person, but I don't like sales. I'm going to get to that. That's okay. But so many of us, when we started our business, and even till today, don't necessarily, I do love sales, but we didn't necessarily like it. And some people still don't like it. Some people outsource it, but what I'm saying to you is, it is a misconception if you think you're a business person, but you're not selling anything. So people say, I don't like selling. Then you have no business with business, because business, there must be a product. In business, there must be a service. Oh, hello, I'm in Lagos too. Okay, Lagos is raining today. So if you're a business person, you are selling something. When you get that in your head, it gives you so much relief, so that when you start to deal with all this negative energy where people think, oh, selling is a bad thing. No, selling is a solution. You are a solution provider, right? So understand this. There are 2 things that's going to happen. If you start up a business thinking, oh, I'm very creative, I can make jewelries, I can make nice hair, I can put out content, but I don't want to sell, you are going to be hungry. 90% of your business and your revenue is dependent on sale. Value equals money passing through. If nobody, and I think it was Jim Rohn that said this, or maybe Tony Robbins, it's not about your value you think you have, it's about your value in the marketplace. So what I mean by this is, if you are bringing value and nobody is willing to pay you, there's no business. But how will people know and be willing to pay you? You have to ask. It is a sale. This is what I'm offering. Oh, it might solve your problem. Great. Give that to me and I'll pay for it in return for money. That is a simple act of sale. There's like a whole different process after that, which is more complicated, but I just want you to get this in your head. Number 1, every business person, you are a salesperson. There's nothing wrong with sales. I'm not saying be spammy, be sleazy. There's some people that their sales kind of put people off, but I also say this, you are a salesperson. Accept it. Love it. Salespeople are the richest people in the world. Salespeople are solution providers. Salespeople are inventors and business people. However, if you say, I completely hate sales, it makes me cringe, I don't know how to do it. Sorry, go and learn it. Because so many of us are medical doctors, lawyers, we had to go to school. We had to learn. Business is not forgiving. You need to learn all you need to learn in order for you to build a successful business. So it's not acceptable that you feel like you can pick and choose what you want to do. I learned this the hard way. You know, I had a fashion design business and event management business before. I don't run all those businesses before I started my home-based business coaching and doing an online business as well, helping people start up their own business. I thought they were two different things. I was a fantastic fashion designer, but the truth is my sales weren't matching up at a point. So if you are talented, but there's a gap between what you're producing and people buying it, then you're going to be broke. So you need to find a way to learn how to sell. Yes, so many things that we need to do, we were not born with it. We had to learn. So stop running away from sales. There's so many YouTube courses. There's so many free resources. There are so many things that will get your mindset to understand that people that sell offer a solution. I keep saying this. Imagine this hair that I have, which is a wig. We all know. If it wasn't available, I might have a bad hair day and I can't get my hair right. It's a solution. I had to pay for it. I was sold. So understand that unless you have a lot of money to dish out on PR and branding and advertising, if you're just starting up a business, and I believe a lot of people that when they start up their business, they don't really have that money. They don't even understand that they're supposed to be advertising. They don't understand that they're supposed to be selling. You can't start to delegate those things out. But if by all means you can afford it, great. Hire a fantastic sales team and let them do the work for you. But if you're like me, when I started, I was a small business person. I run my business by myself. I do everything by myself. Before I started to make money to now have staff, maybe have a PA, have people that can be able to outsource a little bit of things to. But almost everything I still do is me. All the selling, content creation, provision, advertising, PR, and branding is still me. Not that I like all the parts of it, it's because it is required for a successful business. So if you don't know how to do it and you don't know how money to outsource that, go and learn it. But you'll be mistaken to think that you can run a successful business without selling. And when they say, oh, what are you selling? You get offended. Like, what are you selling? Tell people what you're selling. People don't know what you're selling. You cannot make money. Okay? So the topic of today, if you're just joining me live, is what I wish I knew when I started my business, part 1. If you missed part 2, if you missed part 1, you can either go to my YouTube channel, or if you're on Facebook or Instagram, check that is right there below. Number 2, you need to network on purpose. You are in the business of making friends and getting to know people. Now, they all don't have to be your friends and acquaintances. They can be your acquaintances and people you know. But you are in the business of networking intentionally. I keep trying to give practical examples. If you have a salon and is around where I live, and you meet me in a playground around where I live or in a supermarket, and you don't even try and communicate with me, get in contact with me, get to know me. I'm not saying meet people on the first day you're selling them something. I'm saying that your network is your net worth. I'm so sorry, but a lot of people don't understand this. The difference between something happening for you this quick is who you know. If you look at it, you will find out that there are some people that start the same business with you, but they're doing so well because of the people they know. If I'm selling shoes or bags, if I'm selling property, right? And I only know broke people, and you are selling shoes and bag and property, and you know the high network 1% people in the country, who's going to make more money? Me, because I know the people that can have the spending power. So if you start up a business, and I hear this a lot of people say, I don't really know anybody to sell to. My network of friends are like students. My friends are broke. Good. Get out of that circle. Learn how to network with people. Learn how to meet the kind of people you want to meet. It's not a bad thing. Intentionally get to know people. Find out about people. We just run away from people and we're thinking that I don't need to talk to anybody. I don't like to meet strangers. I'm a complete introvert, and then you want to run a successful business. Even if you're an introvert and you have a business, you have to get extroverted just for that purpose. If they have an event going around your area where it's for lawyers, or for maybe real estate people, or for moms, or for dads, or for people in the hair industry, you don't even get out and go there. How are you going to know the best suppliers in the market? How are you going to know what is trending? So you need to network on purpose and be a good communicator. If I came on this live and I went like and spoke in my traditional language and say peace out, you guys wouldn't understand the thing that I say. But if you learn that you talk is not communication, when you learn the act of communication, example, thank you for the likes and the love. If you're getting value, just drop a 4 below. Let me know where you're listening from. And I said in the beginning, if you have a 9 to 5, drop a 1. If you have a business, drop a 2. If you have a 9 to 5 and a business, drop a 3. And I hope this makes sense here. If you're loving it so far, tag somebody who might get benefit from this. What is communication? You say something, I say something. You understand me, I understand you. If you have a business and you're not communicating to your audience, they're gonna think there's something wrong with you. You'll be thinking, oh my gosh, I'm putting in so much energy, but they're not understanding me. Communication. Babies, even for babies, right? When you give birth to a brand new baby, the baby can tell you when they're hungry, but their way of communicating, they cry. When they cry, as a mom, you start to check, are they hungry? If you've fed them, you change their diaper. If it's not their diaper, maybe it's their tummy, they're having a little bit of colic, they're uncomfortable. There is a form of communication. There is verbal and non-verbal communication. So if you don't learn the act of communicating, you're going to struggle in business. Because there are points where you can get into, you meet somebody who smiles at you and you smile at them. That is a window of saying this is the kind of person that I can be able to connect to. So if you run a business, a lot of people don't say this. You need to learn the act of communicating. It is very important. Communicating physically, communicating online. There is a way and a system. As social media changes, there are different ways of communicating. A lot of people understand that communication is changing slightly from just having pictures to having videos to going live to doing IGTV, to doing certain Facebook groups and going live on there. Communication is key. So that's number 2. Number 1 I mentioned is that you know that every business person is a salesperson. Get on with the program. If you don't know how to sell or advertise, learn how to do it, but do it in a respectful way, not spamming. Number 2, I talked about you have to network on purpose and be a good communicator. Number 3, you need to know that you need to create systems. If anybody here, raise your hand or drop a 1, even if you're watching this on a replay, let me know, say employee. If you have staff, I've been an employee before, and I know that, I worked in that law firm for about 5 years, but the truth is, their vision wasn't my vision. Sometimes I'm just like, I really don't care. I'm so stressed out, I'm so overworked, and I feel like I'm underpaid, whatever happens. So if you run a business and feel like you can hire 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 people and think they're going to do your work for you, I'm so sorry, darling. You as a business person, you are going to be working 24/7. If you had a 9 to 5, that's going to be your biggest shock because you can clock out at 5 or 6 and never have to worry about that company or that business till the next morning. But when it's your business, even though you have employees, you are responsible for all the results and the failures. When the more staff you have, the more headache you have. Because you're managing people, you're worried about people. Some people are messing up your business, they're messing up everything. So I always recommend to people, create a system. Understand your business. Do not think you can hire somebody to run the vision that God has given to you. To start up and run a successful business just because you thought about it. Just because they say they're a website designer or because they told you they're a PR marketer. You are the owner of the business. You have the vision. You employ them. They are employed by you. They don't have skin in the game like you do. So you need to understand that it is your investment. It is your responsibility. The more staff you have, the more headache. I don't know if this happens to anybody else, but last year my turnover was so high. So many people want the money, but they're not willing to put in the work. That's what you're going to be seeing. So most of the time you're doing the work by yourself. So this is what comes down to the system. I learned to start to put systems in place that can be able to replace me. See, robots and computers don't complain, but human beings can complain. So if you put a system in place, systems will work. Sometimes human beings will not work. So it's just like somebody who has a sales funnel. This is what I do. You get on my mailing list. I send you an email once every week. When I click send, you Google, Yahoo, whatever I use is going to send it. They're not emotional. But your staff sometimes can be emotional and not deliver. Okay? So number 3 is get systems in place and understand that you are the employer. You own the business. Do not expect your employees to be able to do this for you. This happens to a lot of people. They start to throw money at the problem, hire a lot of people and expect magic to happen. No, your employee will not do that for you. You are in charge of your business. Number 5, try a lot of things. A lot. There's no one size fits all when it comes to business. There are simple principles, yes, but not one size fits all. Some people, when I first started business, doing like network marketing, it was physical. Some people were doing door to door. That was never my thing. Then we started to do online. Some people till tomorrow is not their thing. Try so many things, but one thing I don't want you to do is get caught up in the analysis paralysis. So many people take 100 online courses. They're always on a live, on a webinar, on a Zoom. They are learning, but they are not applying. When you learn something today, you read a book, you can read 100 books about business, you can read 100 books about networking on purpose, you can read 100 books about communication, you can read 100 books about being a good parent, but if you don't even apply one thing, you're not going to know what works for you and what does not work for you. So what I'm asking you today is to try different things. If God lays it in your heart, an idea comes into your mind, try it. It might be that might be what you're looking for. If it works, put it down. If it does not work, throw it away. That's how I've built my business. Some things that work for some people don't work for me. I don't even try and stress myself and do it because I know it is not for me. I have friends that will say, going live, I'm never going to do it, never going to be my thing. But that's good. What works for them works for them. What does not work for them does not work for them. So I need you to try so many different things. You cannot box your business in one single pigeonhole and expect yourself to explode and expand. So get it into your head that learn and try so many different things in order for you to know what works and what doesn't work. Number 6, you cannot ignore the internet. You cannot ignore the social media space. You cannot ignore technology today, whether or not you like it. Human beings, especially after the pandemic, it's going to be harder for us to go back to certain things that we used to do. Typical example, on a normal day, I bought some flowers. I would have gone to the physical store, the markets where they sell this, and look around and buy it. But because I know I can get it online, why do I need to get up and drive an hour, including stress, before I come back home? I bought everything online. I was able to look at what I want, discuss with the woman, got a great price, and had it delivered to my house. Many of us, also if you live in so many other countries, the Western world are more advanced than we are. We went shopping online before. Now, so many of us shop online. So many of us buy food online. So many of us do so many things online. So imagine if your business is blind online. You have a food store, you don't have a delivery service. You have an online business, you have a business, but it's not online. People can order from your website, people can order from a WhatsApp, people can be able to have what you have come to them. I'm sorry, you have to go with the trend. You can't say, no, I'm a traditional business owner, I have a brick and mortar store. I can't remember the last time I left my house, drove for an hour, just to go and try an address. That's not happening. Even like all the furniture and some things that I bought in my house, I did not see the person that made that furniture. I literally got everything online and got it here and set it up. So if you have a business and you're so traditional in your ways, you need to start to be more flexible because you're leaving money on the table. Your customers are thinking, yeah, I heard she's a very good tailor, she's a very good designer, but I really don't have time to go all the way to her store to be able to try on and fit in and do that. I can order it to my house. Okay, so is this making sense to you so far? Let me know which one makes sense to you as we're slowly wrapping up. Number 7, pray a lot. I'm a Christian. I'm unapologetic about it. But one thing that I know, I will tell you guys that prayer works in different forms. As a business person, there are days you wake up and you're just like, shall I quit already? I need to quit now. And believe me, when you set your goal, even the Bible says, he that wants to build a house, would he first not calculate the money he needs to be able to build? Put everything in plan before he starts. When you have a business or you're starting up a business, a lot of us think about the process of I have an idea and we stop there. You need to set the plan in place. It might not be clear. Don't let it be crystal clear. Just put something down. What do I really want? And God, help me to manifest the works that I want to do. It's a very little prayer. It seems simple, but trust me, the Holy Spirit will start to put ideas in your head that you did not think about before. And one little thing He can give you can multiply your business. I believe in hard work, but I believe in grace more. So when hard work meets grace, that's complete explosion. So if you think that you can do it by yourself, you can't. I don't care what you believe in. Whatever you believe in, you can pray to that. But I believe in God and I believe in prayer. And it has worked for me in my life and in my business. He can connect you to the right customer. He can connect you to the right people. He can connect you to the right platform. He can give you that vision in your heart, but you need to implement. So I say pray a lot, because a lot of things are going to come at you. You're going to be stressed sometimes. You're going to want to quit sometimes. Don't ever despise prayer. It's not just about your hard work. Some people are not working as hard as you are, but they're making more. So you need to understand that there is a grace factor. Number 8 and final one. What you feed your mind and your association is so important. Some of us want to grow, but we're still trying to stay with the same people that we are when we started. When I started my business, I lost a lot of friends. That's okay, because the truth is, you can't say, I want to go from primary 1 or kindergarten to year 1 or year 2, but I'm going to keep going back. You can't do that. What goes through, you see, these ears, from here to here and here, the 6 inches between ears is so vital. If I wake up this morning and my husband says to me, oh my gosh, you're the most beautiful woman in the world, you're the most hardworking, you are blessed, anything you do today, you're going to be successful. Trust me, it is going to be hard for anybody to be able to put me down. But if I wake up in the morning and the first thing I'm reading, I'm looking at the news, people are saying that, businesses don't work online, nobody are buying products anymore, nobody, does online businesses anymore, nobody's successful, things are so hard, the currency is going up, the world is crashing. Your mind is going to absorb that, and that is the energy you're going to have. So what you're looking at, what you're watching, people you surround yourself, there's some people that are negative Nancy's. They are always complaining about something. Those people that their mind can only maybe see $5,000 a month, that's all they're going to tell you. But when you sit in a circle of people that are talking about $50,000 a month, at first you're going to think you're losing your mind. Then slowly your mind will start to create things to allow you hit that margin. So if you think, oh, but this friend I've known her for 20 years, she's my besto, this is my mom, this is my sister, this is my spouse. I'm not saying cut your family members off, the ones that live with you, but you can shut them out. There's something called shutting people out of your mind. You don't have to listen to them. There's certain conversations you shouldn't have with them. You can have conversation about every other thing other than your business, other than things that affect you. There's some people that you should not associate yourself with, because what I'm saying is that if you don't protect your mind, that is this eye and your ears are the windows to your soul. Whatever you see and hear, it is what is going to manifest in your life. I am so sorry, and I say this to people that I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying this because this has been an example in my life. It has happened. When I increase and elevate the kind of people that I surround myself with, my income goes up, my mind goes up, my thinking goes up. When they say surround yourself with people that talk about business, not people. There was a point in my life when growing up, you're with people that talk about people all the time. So what is that going to do for you? It's going to bring you down. But if you stay with people that are thinking, okay, you told me that last year, every single month you've made $10,000. Okay, this is a new year. How about you think about $20,000? At first, I might be like, oh, my chest, $20,000. I'm better than too many people. I'm doing well. My income is great. I work from home. I have an amazing life. They will challenge you to be better. So who you're surrounding yourself with, what you're reading, what you're watching, it is going to affect you. And trust me, we have so much fear, especially when we start up our business. The chances of you failing is higher. The more you have success, it's just that I've been running my business for 7 years now, and somebody comes and tells me, it doesn't work, this doesn't work, nobody will join you, nobody buy your product. I just laugh. I'm like, go look at my bank account. That is all proof that I need. Even for me, sometimes it gets hard, right? But I have results, so I have some level of confidence. When you're starting up your business and you're not even sure you'll be successful, you need to channel your energy to only the positive things. Because if you surround people that will keep telling you can't do it, reading about people that failed, reading about how hard things are, you're not going to be able to make it. You're like giving yourself more reasons to fail. So why I'm saying this today, and I'm closely wrapping up for the second part of what I wish I knew when I started my business, it's not because it's too late if you already have a business. You can go back and look at your business and implement this. But if you started up a business and you write down all these things, and I did part 1, it was 8, and part 2 was another 8, so I think that's 16. Go and think all of them off. And if you have a business here and I've maybe not mentioned anything, please put it in a comment below and I'll read it, and it might be able to help somebody else. You need to understand that today what I want you to do is, if you're that person that is saying, oh, I want to set up a business, but, watch part 1 and 2, and all those excuses will go. Number two, I need you to take something that you've learned from here and go and apply it. Put in the comment section which one makes sense the most for you. Number three, you need to be able to do what? Give. Givers never lack. You know, when they say, good measures pressed down, shaking it together and rolling over. When you keep doing this, there's opportunity to come in. When you keep doing this, there's opportunity to come in, okay? So don't run your business thinking, I just want to sell. Give more value than you expect back. It is all going to come back. It is all going to come back. See, don't have a scarcity mentality, have an abundance mentality. And I want to end with this. If you have any business related questions, like I said, when I get a notification of me going live, ask me the question below and I can be able to answer you, or I'll answer it next Monday when I come back and do the Value Monday. Integrity is important. I tell people, integrity is like a glass. Once you break it, it doesn't matter how well you glue it, it's never going to be the same. So when you start up your business, you're going to have days or a time when your integrity is going to be tested. When you're probably going to want to choose money over integrity. When you're going to be able to maybe try and take the shortcut to be faster over integrity. Don't do it. Because the way you do anything is the way you do everything. Once your audience, the people, your customers, anybody smells a little bit of lack of integrity from you, that's it. You are never going to be able to change their mind. That is one thing I always tell people. I'd rather lose money than have a tainted name. So you need to understand that when you promise something, that's exactly what you deliver. So that people can be able to hold you onto your word. There are so many people that start up a business, they're making money, they're scamming people, they have zero integrity. After a while, it's going to crumble. You might feel like, okay, yeah, people are trying to ask me to do things. And when I started, I remember people saying to me a couple of years after, like 2-3 years, they'll say, oh, can I invest in your business and you do the work? I'm like, I don't do that. That's not how our business runs. Our business runs in come and I teach you how to build the business with me. You make your own income and we're all happy. It's easy for me to lie to them and maybe take money off them and then give them a story. You're going to have opportunities that will be in front of you where your integrity is looking at you this way and a huge lump of money is looking at you this way. Don't do it. Because trust me, you can't buy back integrity. And that's something that a lot of people lose earlier in their business. It's happened to me where I'm giving somebody money, I want to buy this dress or slippers or shoe, and stories come in, or they send you something that is not what you asked for, and it goes down the drain from there. You might think I'm one customer, but I might be one happy customer that can bring you 100 customers. Okay? So I hope this has been of value to you. I hope this has made sense to you. I'm absolutely excited to have shared this to kick off the whole series of the Value Mondays. I've done the part 1 and 2. So if you're watching this on the replay, hey babes, where have you been? I can see you're alive. I just see one of my friends I haven't seen in a while. Okay, so if this has made sense to you, make sure you tell me below which one was the most valuable to you. If you do know somebody who is going to be able to help, tag them so that they can be able to do what? Learn and go and apply. And if you're looking to set up a business or you just started up your own business, congratulations. I'm very excited for you. You don't need to cover your face, babes. I still love you. I pray for you that your business goes well, but most of all, I pray that you show up always for what you believe in. It's never going to be a perfect time. You're not always going to feel like it, but just keep coming. Why? Because I believe that each and every one of us have been given something for somebody else. This that I've shared now might be something that somebody needs to be great and go ahead and explode their business. When I go online and see a lot of information and I learn from somebody else, it helps me to be able to build my own business successfully. Okay? So I hope all of you guys have a fantastic rest of the week and take care. And I don't know if anybody has any questions. Are there any questions? I can't see any questions in the comment section. Any questions? Okay, so if there are no questions, guys, love you all until next week. And if you're just randomly finding this page, follow, friend, whatever it is. I'm going to put this on my YouTube channel as well, and I have a couple of them also that is pretty good, and you should go and check it out. If you want like a little book on the backside or a little in-depth details in terms of running a successful business, go ahead and do that today. Okay? Take care, guys. Bye.